Hello everyone and welcome back to Critical Rocket with some more Star Wars Battlefront. So the Outer Rim DLC got launched on, well, for this is Tuesday the 22nd of March. And this is Star Wars Battlefront's first major expansion, the Outer Rim. As I said, this one comes with 2 new playable heroes and villains, which means you get Nien Nunb for the Rebels, and you get Greedo for the Imperials. Controversial, not exactly what a lot of people are hoping for. After playing Nien Nunb, I haven't had to go Greedo yet. They are good characters. They're powerful. They've got some great abilities. I mean, you'll see Nien Nunb at the end of this video. So one of the things that comes with this that's brand new is this mode that you're seeing here, which is called Extraction. It's a 16-player mode where the Imperials have to basically stop the Rebels from moving a slow-moving repulsor platform to an extraction point. If you've ever played Payload in Team Fortress or any other first-person shooter game that has a similar mode, it's pretty much that, with a Star Wars twist. Also, this map is one of the new maps that were added with this, which is Jabba's Palace. I haven't had a look at the Sullust map yet, although it's... yeah, I mean, it's likely to be pretty high quality. Detail inside Jabba's Palace is amazing. There are lots of little touches there that just really give it that feel that it's, you know, straight out of the film. You can see the sail barge, or at least one of the skiffs, I think it's a skiff actually, inside the garage, which the repulsor platform eventually moves through. And yeah, there's lots of nice little touches there, things that, you know, if you're a fan of obviously Return of the Jedi and that, you'll probably recognise, you know, little corridors and rooms and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Outside of that, you've also got 4 new weapons and a bunch of new star cards that have been added. Now, the 4 guns are actually pretty good, from what I can see so far. I've unlocked 2 of the 4 at the time of this recording. One of them was the DLT-19X, which is basically a sniper version of that one. It's quite powerful. It counts as a targeting rifle, so now we've now got a whole 2. And the other weapon that comes with it is there's 2 blasters. The DT-12, I think it is, which is basically Greedo's blaster, and another one that I think is called might be called a DL-19, something like that. It's another smaller blaster pistol that you see very, very briefly in Return of the Jedi. Luke pulls it on Jabba before he falls into the Rancor pit. And the other weapon is a Relby V12, which is Bosk's gun that you see him holding. Obviously, you never see it fired, and that's normally supposed to be like a grenade type rifle, but this one has been modified as a sort of rapid-fire blaster rifle instead. So the 4 new guns are pretty cool. They've also added a couple of new star card pickup guns. You saw one of those earlier, which is the disruptor rifle. You have to fully charge that and you can launch it. It does quite a bit of damage to droids and walkers, and it can do damage to players, but you have to be pretty accurate when you fire it fully charged. Creates a really nice visual effect with the sort of like big crackle of ion energy. The other one is the V12 Scattergun, I think it's called. I'm probably getting a lot of these names wrong, but basically it's like a massive one-shot, one-shot shotgun that you can activate as a star card item once you unlock that. And the way you unlock these is through HUT contracts, which you'll now find on your pre-round screen or in your collection. When you click on Customize, you will now be able to see a little Jabba the Hutt image under your weapon selection. And it'll take you to a different screen which has Jabba sat there, and you've got the music playing from when he's first introduced in his palace, which is kind of cool to listen to. And you buy the contracts, and then basically they work a lot like the unlocks in previous Battlefield 3 and 4 games, which is perform certain tasks in certain rounds with certain weapons, and you will unlock the gun. They're not that difficult, luckily. They're mostly just through play, headshots with certain weapons, you getting so many kills. They're all cumulative, they're not like in a round thing as well, which is quite nice. Most of this one was me trying to unlock the DLT-19X, so that's why I'm using the targeting rifle and the cycler rifle, because it required both of them. But as a whole, as the first major piece of DLC, I don't know, outside of the 4 new weapons and the heroes, the actual map selection I'm not that overly chuffed with. The new maps are obviously very detailed and very good. If you like the smaller mode types that involve things like Blast, Extraction being one of them, Hero Hunt and that, it'll be good for them. It'll be something a bit different. However, there's no new large-scale maps. There's no Turning Point, no Supremacy, no Walker Assault. There's no Fighter Squadron maps over the 2 new locations, which I thought would have just been a very simple thing to do. Unfortunately, that it's a bit limp on the old map front, considering this was the first major update and expansion that should have really, you know, got people back into the fold. I think people are going to burn through the new weapons, unlocking them, and they're probably not really going to play the new mode all that much. I mean, outside of certain things that, like daily missions that might require you to, if you still need more credits, it's a bit naff. As nice as the maps look and laid out, I'm sure the other mode types like Blast make better use of some of them. I just don't see myself playing Extraction all that much after the sort of curious glances at them like any of the modes. I do prefer the 40-player types. There's a bit more going on in them. So I was a bit disappointed with that, and if that's what you like in Battlefront yourself on the PC version, then yeah, this is going to feel a bit crap. The only upside, as I said, is the 4 weapons, the star cards, and the heroes. If you can get them, they are quite good, despite the fact that it's Niendum and Greedo, probably the 2 least likely candidates that anyone would have picked. Yeah, you got them, and they have actually made them quite playable. They're quite fun. I was going to say like player fun, remember? I was going to create a new word. So yeah, Niendum is basically like a rapid-fire sniper support type. He has a deployable infantry turret, a rapid recharging energy sniper rifle, the one that fires the green beam that insta-kills you. And he has a rapid use orbital strike. Well, no, I say rapid use. You know, you could spend an entire round just calling in those orbital strikes if you just kept, obviously, hiding. Certain maps like Hoth or Endor that allow you to do that, you could do it. Greedo has a thermal detonator as one of his deployables. He has a sort of lock-on ability, which is quite powerful. If you can target multiple foes, he just sort of rapidly takes them all out in one shot each. And I forget what his other ability is now. I've only seen it briefly when I was spectating another player in another round. But yeah, both are pretty good. Greedo uses his new weapon. Niendum's default, I think, is just a blaster carbine. So he just uses the rapid fire blaster carbine that you can unlock quite early on. Yeah, so nothing great there. A couple of the other star cards. I think there's one called a Dioxis grenade, which is a poison ability, so you can create an area of effect, damage over time ability. Not seen a hell of a lot of people using that just yet, but I assume later on it'll be good for keeping people away from some of the points on maps. Not turning point, but from Walker Assault, if you want to make sure rebels don't get near the point, or rebels want to stop the Imperials from deactivating it. Could do quite well with them. There's an adrenaline stim one that basically like heals you, and you move a bit quicker, and I think you're more resistant to damage, that kind of thing. And these are all unlocked through the hook contract system as well, so they've all got specific things you have to achieve. They're a bit easier to unlock by comparison though, so there are things like play a certain game type, get so many points. So it's good for that. Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much hit everything I can talk about with this DLC. It's going to be probably a bit of a damp squib. I don't really see the new maps being played all that much. I don't see the new game type being played all that much. And the only thing I can hope is that DICE will retrofit a couple of the maps, or they'll create a couple of new maps with these new tile sets that they've created to make hopefully like a new Walker Assault and Supremacy mode, and maybe a new Turning Point map. I would like to see some of them getting further updates, maybe increasing the player counts on some maps, on all modes. In fact, I think they've actually reduced the max number of players on Blast down from 20 to 16 in this recent patch that came with the DLC. So, yeah, if you were pissed about player numbers already, then Blast has gotten a bit smaller than it used to be. They've made further adjustments to things like the DL44 blaster and the bowcaster and the multiple grenade launcher. Multiple grenade launcher now will actually the grenades will explode a little quicker than they used to, which is good if you were using that a lot and then it kind of got nerfed to oblivion. The bowcaster, I think you can't charge it as long as you did. You can't hold the top charge, it'll just fire a lot quicker than it used to. And the DL44 has had its long range damage reduced. So if you were annoyed about being sniped by that, it's probably not as big a threat anymore as it once was. But there's new heavy blaster pistols. I think the reason that one's been nerfed is because the new pistols are probably going to take over for that. the DT-12, I think Greedo's blaster can do a considerable amount of damage. I think it just overheats a bit quicker, that's all. So yeah, hoping Bespin's going to be better. I'm hoping Bespin's, although thinking about it, I don't see Bespin having Walker Assault. That just doesn't really seem to make any logical sense, does it? Like 80-80s wandering around Cloud City. But hopefully they'll have at least one of the 40-player modes. Supremacy or Turning Point would be nice. Hopefully we'll see Lando as a hero, because who doesn't like Lando? All bets are on now for who's going to be for the fucking Imperial hero for the Bespin DLC. I mean, I'm putting my money on it being IG-88. But at this rate, Christ, it could be anyone. It could be like one of fucking Jabba's henchmen, for all we know. Whatever like passing character you saw in the background, he could be a hero. He could be a new villain character. So yeah, yeah. So definitely the end of it now. Thanks for watching, everybody. More MechWarrior stuff and other bits and pieces will be on the way, and I'll probably do a video about the next DLC that comes out for this as well. So Bespin, Death Star, and whatever the mysterious 4th DLC pack is going to be for next year. Let us know in the comments what you think. Have you got the DLC? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you despise everybody for buying the season pass or buying the DLC? Do you think that they should burn in the pits of hell for, you know, supporting EA or DICE? You know, let us know in the comments. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. There'll be more gameplay videos, obviously coming every week, and rate up or down. You know, let me know. And have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. Crystal Rocket is signing out.
Shipment is moving. Well done. They stopped the shipment. We need to regain control. Stormtroopers ahead!
The shipment has been held up. Get those Imperials away from it.